Hello and welcome to this week's edition of Situational Awareness. I'm going to take over hosting duties from our DM Ryan and give him a little breathing room. You might recognize my voice as the voice of Glebnar, Glekalak Plu Plu Pleen. My name's Mark and I'm going to be taking over. And I'm always joined by my Chaos crew and fabulous DM.
Richard playing Theo.
Our plan Taluga.
Ryan, everyone else.
He certainly is. So on this episode, the boys found themselves in a bit of a situation.
Yeah.
We were in Theo's sister's basement. I don't know if that's probably not her basement, but she was using it.
Yeah.
She was using it.
Came across a couple of cool little tidbits. Theo got most of his gun.
Pretty close.
Pretty
The
close.
Yeah. Yeah, Bleebly's about to be fully realized. Taluga's inquisitive nature got us into a bit of a tight spot for 1.5 seconds.
I cannot believe how many nat 20s you guys rolled on that one.
Oh, we rolled
That was so stupid.
excellently to just clobber this stupid centipede. Except for poor Theo.
Yeah, no, that didn't go well.
Stuck his face out at the wrong time.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm still getting used to DMing level 2 characters.
Oh,
I'm like, oh, they took
as fuck.
I'm like, they took a hit, and then you guys were like, we all have 1 hit point left.
Yeah, I was sweating.
I was pretty good, but
Yeah.
it was the dice.
Yeah, they
All
were
the dice.
they were weird. Yeah, I cannot believe that roll. I didn't even think about mobile feat. I forgot you took it.
So did
And
I.
it was like
I won't.
the visual of you as a big 8-foot blob,
Yeah.
just running with in my head you had big snowshoes on and like 2 human looking legs made of goo. as you
Yeah.
ran.
Yeah, and it had I imagine the rest of my form that's usually just sluiced against the bottom of the ground. It was hiked up like a dress.
You're taking a lot of liberties with the fucking what's it called?
Listen, I'm
Plasmoid.
We're well past plasmoid at this point. I'm a homebrew
Yeah,
goo man.
You're like your own kind of jelly.
I'll have to really sit down and hammer out the details.
Yeah, we will. I think I'm going to be homebrewing a new monk subclass for Taluga when he gets there, and possibly some kind of jelly barbarian or rogue for you, depending on what you're thinking.
Yeah, I mean, I like turning into shit.
Yeah, no, I get it.
Clearly.
I get it. I'm just really excited for see when you guys get to a real city. And
I'm just a horrific fucking loop.
You look like the monster from everyone's dungeon, first dungeon crawl.
Yeah.
It's like, oh yeah, that's the fucking giant cube that eats us usually.
Yeah.
But
That's my son.
We'll have to figure.
But don't
out.
forget, I have piercing blue eyes.
You do have piercing blue eyes.
But no charisma to use them with.
Yeah, you guys did really good in all those little combats. That was fun.
Yeah. I can't wait to encounter our kitchen sponge.
Yeah, that was a real pivotal moment in this campaign where I had to decide what I cared more about. Something, is it funny or is it scary?
He had to abandon his dreams of a fun monster for our yellow kitchen sponge with googly eyes.
I'm just really picturing it's it got to be a scrub daddy, right? It's got to be a scrub daddy with angry lines on its side for its eyes.
Well, I had initially pictured the yellow sponge everybody's seen with the green scrubbing on the back.
Yeah.
With to fold it in half with 2 googly eyes on the top.
Let me see here if I have in my notes. I want to.
And it kind of just flaps when it's talking. But I'm open to a scrub daddy as well.
Okay. Let me try to find
A scrub Maddie.
the creature. What it was going to look like. I guess we'll say it here because it doesn't matter. It's not going to come up anywhere else.
He's getting so deep into those notes.
I know.
How much shit are we gonna have to fight before we get to this
Honestly,
fucking
we
sponge?
skip from him just full sprinting through this bog.
Yeah, how much of that shit did we just breeze right past?
Well, it was going to be a lot of survival checks, and you'd have to be dodging those vents. But you're running full speed like a maniac through it.
Oh, if I failed that, I'm poison resistant. I was gonna lobby for a quick big flat and have the vent push me up and then float over. I didn't have to.
You like a magic carpet.
Yeah. Well, because traditionally, in a D&D kind of campaign, if you're doing a big swamp adventure, usually you have to like, it's lots of survival checks but yeah, giant fucking goo shoes just like kind of really like take away that pretty quickly.
Like the mobile feet.
Yeah, I mean, you guys won't be able to look this up because we'll be fighting it at some point probably today, but the creature that is now the giant sponge daddy was going to be a Demu, which was like initially going to be a scary, spooky, dry skeleton tornado, but now it's basically just it's a big sponge.
Yes.
But I won't spoil anything just yet, but his abilities, I'm looking at them.
Can you adapt them to sponges?
No, I'm going to say they're already so sponge coated that I have to do very little work.
Really?
All right.
To change that. Oh, boy. Yeah.
Don't mind us crinkling. This is when we eat.
This is our little snack time in between the episodes.
So we've now encountered a fucking Mechana man.
Yeah.
Yep.
With a missing arm and a mysterious blood-soaked humanoid, which, I mean, you use the word humanoid.
Yeah.
You ain't fooling anybody.
Yeah.
It's one of these fucking robots.
Well, no, it's a zombie.
Oh, yeah, it's a zombie.
Yeah.
All right. I'm just as stupid as Glebnor. But I'm assuming once we dispatch said zombie, our boy Theo, our god Blee Blee,
And his blee blee blaster.
well, that's canon.
Theo unfortunately did not find. It looks like this thing has been scrapped of the piece he would require to make a gun.
Interesting. Yeah, I think the scouts have the.
Well, I'm assuming one of those scouts is getting his brains eaten out as we speak.
100% one of them is.
And maybe the dice will do us a favor. Maybe there'll be a backpack.
Maybe you already have his backpack. Is the real problem.
Fuck.
I want to be known, I have pocketed that grenade, like separately from the back.
Yeah. Oh, actually, that's a great time. You can add a grenade to your inventory. I believe it'll say grenade fragmentation device or something like that. It does I think 5d6 piercing damage.
Holy moly.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, so it'll be like grenade fragmentation or something.
Yarno's just cooking up fucking grenades and stoves.
Yeah, bro.
That's his two fucking things he does.
Hey, some artificers kind of like to dabble in lots of different things. He working
likes
on
junk, so
yeah.
I mean,
I know, but I thought it was said that he mostly builds stoves.
Yeah. I think the stoves are probably like a front for the wardens if they ever come around asking what he's working on.
Okay.
He's like, easy bake oven? Why? What's the problem? Or,
he is a
why?
very
What's the problem?
unsavory character.
Yeah, he's a little shady junk rat. I was listening to the first couple episodes. I think what had happened was I had written his name out, which was Yarnao. But originally, the first episode or two, I was reading it as Yarna, but it was supposed to be Yarno. We're back on Yarno, everyone, if that was confusing to anybody. Yarno is their junk shaman, a little kobold guy.
Cut us some slack.
Yeah.
Don't give us too much shit in the comments.
Or do. I want the engagement. Fucking come at me, dog.
That's true. Gonna dig our heels in on Yarno.
Yeah, that's right. But yeah, because I pictured it as basically like a shrapnel grenade. Like it just goes off and nails and random shit blow out of it.
Like the idea of Tuluga picking up the grenade and be like, I really want this. And then looking at his son like, I can't let him have this.
Yeah. Yeah, that was nice seeing Tuluga being a good father.
Where did you put the grenade? Not in with the tacos, right?
No, it's in my pocket.
Okay, good. I don't want it to blow up Meatmaw's
Do I
kitchen.
have pockets?
Am
I wearing pants?
I was literally going to ask you that because I've been like sketching all the characters and I keep putting you in like little pants, but I don't know if you actually have them.
All right, it's canon. I'm just shirtless in pants.
Yeah,
he gave Bleegong the armor.
Yeah,
so he would theoretically, you don't want the armor chafing. He's wearing some kind of garment.
Yeah. Okay.
Sure.
I'm the only nude one around here.
You forget that I'm coated in a slime, pretty much.
Wait, aren't you like a varnished fish?
Pretty much. I'm just
shellac?
glossy and slippery. So I don't think there would be any chafing going on.
I was really like, we're getting to the point we're going to start.
But for the point of decency.
We're getting to the point we're going to start adding magic items, but I was just looking at Tuluga's sheet, and that 15 in Dex was driving me fucking crazy. I was like, we've got to get him another point so we can hit some stuff a little bit easier.
I tried messing around to see if I could get it up.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, no.
Also, I think athlete's like a fun feat that literally no one takes because it's not that great. So I think it's fine to give it as a freebie, and it's going to basically replace your magic weapon for a little bit, or like when you would have got a magic weapon essentially.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Yeah. I got some stuff cooking for my boys. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or also, I'm using a lot of Cobalt Press monsters, and a lot of them have resistance to stuff that isn't a magic weapon. So I got to start, peppering them in a little bit.
I'd say all I do is like smash.
It's going good
I
so
got
far. Yeah. Yeah, my little bronze scout didn't last super long. But I really like that little lightning attack. That was fun.
Yeah,
Got
that
the
was
flary wall.
That was cool.
I didn't like that one bit.
Well, it hit. I guess it hit the.
I realized that I had described the room as like 10 to 15 feet wide, and then I looked at the scout, and it's like each creature in contact with the ground within 15 feet of the scout. I was like, oh, okay, so they're all getting it. I don't know why I made you guys roll for it.
How
Yeah.
tall is the room? Because I'm 8 feet tall.
Yeah, I would have been 10 foot, so you would have been real up there, I guess. Yeah,
Turning
that was
into drapes to keep watch.
That was 4d6 lightning damage.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
Didn't like it.
I you know what it is?
You got the challenge rating. We're all level 2, buddy.
I don't care. You guys I know it's how this game works.
You know what?
I have
Fine, fuck it.
I have a couple levels where I can feel powerful, and then it's going to go so off the rails so quickly for me.
Kind of already is.
I mean, a little bit, yeah.
Should have let me turn into a dinghy.
No way. There'll be no dinghy on my watch. Because I'm like, I know you're going to try to be a fan boat at some point if I allow this. It's the natural progression.
Of course.
Yeah, that was wild.
As soon as we had the full wetness,
Yeah.
it was going to be
Yeah.
fan boat city, baby.
Oh, boy. Yeah, that was
Doing gator tours.
How we make our money.
I don't like it. Oh boy. Yeah, so we'll be having some fun next session. These are pretty cool little stat blocks I found for these little zombie guys. So
Yeah.
you
Zombies
guys
don't breathe, do they?
these ones I don't think do. No, I think they're immune to poison, so they wouldn't be.
Okay.
What? You give me little eyes over there, Mark. Little suspicious.
Just thinking
Okay. All right.
about things.
Oh, are you gonna try to suffocate my zombie with your big weird body?
Maybe.
I don't like it.
I don't like it at all. I just want to use my big flat to envelop.
Yeah, we gotta come up with envelopment mechanics too at some point. I've been trying to throw stuff at you that doesn't need to breathe.
That's the thing. I was thinking about this. I was like, I could just use grapple, but that's not as fun. I want to like really suck things in.
Hate it. Yeah, it was fun. It was so funny watching Rich say he's watching TV, realize that there would be no TV, and then immediately look at me like, please DM me a way out of this on this TV. It was such an incredible face journey.
Minor illusion.
Yeah. I pictured just like she had minor illusion, like, because Artificer's got that thing where they can like put a little magic into an item. So I was like, oh, she would have just given him like a little cartoon on a loop maybe to watch, which... I guess in hindsight, as a 15-year-old, would entertain you for 1 second.
So that was the other thing. I was like, he's 15.
Yeah.
Like, he can be left home alone.
Yeah, he'd be fine.
It's not a problem. But you still got Yarno babysitting him?
Yep. Well, it's a...
This is like Fantasyland.
Yeah.
15 years old, he should have his own family by now.
I wanted her to make sure that she had someone keeping an eye on him while she was gone.
Fair enough.
And then I also kind of wanted it to be like, okay, well, that obviously that week or two turned into years. So, like, Yarno's been keeping an eye on you for a bit. That also kind of explains why you speak Draconic. Kind of feed all that stuff in a little bit.
Yeah.
But
also why I get jobs from Yarno all the time.
Exactly.
He negotiated us better pay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
Tight.
I just really like Yarno and wanted to include him in more backstory stuff. He's very fun.
He's cool.
Like a little shitty kobold. Yeah.
So anyways,
Anywho.
that was basically what you just listened to. Get ready for us to roll initiative in our next episode of Dicey Situations. This has been Situational Awareness, our talkback episode. Make sure you rate, review, subscribe, and please, 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 for the love of God, listen to Dicey Situations. I'm gonna lose my house. I'm dicing it. Keep it dicey.
This has been a Business Shark production.